On the outskirts of a forgotten town lies Ashwood Chapel, a stone church that hasn't seen a congregation in decades. Surrounded by gnarled trees and overgrown grass, the chapel is steeped in mystery. Locals say if you stand at the entrance and knock 3 times, the echo will respond with a fourth knock. The legend began in the 1930s when Reverend Samuel, a kind but eccentric man, presided over the chapel. The community loved him, but he was obsessed with recording sermons late into the night. He claimed the chapel had its own voice, a spiritual echo that repeated his words as if guiding him. One stormy night, the townsfolk heard the church bell ring frantically. Rushing to the chapel, they found it empty, no sign of Reverend Samuel, only his tape recorder playing a sermon that ended with an abrupt scream. The townspeople searched for weeks, but Samuel was never found. After his disappearance, strange occurrences began. Visitors to the chapel claimed to hear faint whispers, organ music with no one at the keys, and that unsettling fourth knock. Some reported that their own reflections in the cracked chapel windows didn't mimic their movements, lingering longer than they should. In 1995, 2 researchers decided to debunk the legend. Armed with cameras and recording equipment, they spent the night in the chapel. The next morning, their footage showed something chilling, the organ playing by itself and shadowy figures moving in the pews. Their final recording captured a low, resonant voice saying, "You're not welcome here." Today, Ashwood Chapel remains abandoned. Its door creaks in the wind, and the bell, long broken, still tolls occasionally. Curious visitors sometimes knock, but few stay long enough to hear the echo reply.